Click. Alrighty, welcome back to the PSBS, the PlayStation Podcast. I'm your host, Coach EPS, and Bioware. Coach here is
Andrew Reedus, double Liz. Hello there.
Hello there. On episode 95, took us how long to get to episode 95?
About a month, but there was actually another PlayStation podcast that's like on hiatus. Or wait, I actually think ended. So I think it was all fair game in terms of PlayStation-age podcasting.
It's just this dry spell for everyone.
Yeah, and
not dry spell in news though, because there was a shit ton of news while we were gone.
Yeah, there was.
But no, we just have been gone due to reasons and scheduling and stuff like that. Yeah,
really. Well, actually, we have a question about it.
Oh, we do.
It's a really complex question. This guy Mark says. He just says, "Where are you guys?"
We're right here.
So obviously, we're answering that right now.
We're right here.
We're right here.
We're right here. That's where we're at. No, where we were. Well, as I talked about in the last episode we did, I mentioned that I got a new job, and the job I work odd hours.
Very odd hours.
Specifically nighttime, so it's a little harder to record during the week.
Yeah, the weekend would have been all fine.
And even weekends are... Well, I was working 2 weekends, too.
Yeah,
so
you did work a full week.
Normally I do work... Yeah, because normally I just work the 5 days, but I did get opportunity to work overtime weekends. 2 weeks in a row, so I took that opportunity. So that cut some time, too. And then I know you've been busy.
Yeah, with school, because I decided to make this semester probably the most annoying semester I had yet in college. But at least on the brighter side of things, that, my last semester of college is looking pretty smooth sailing, so it should not be the way it was as it was before. And next semester is looking pretty bright in terms of scheduling.
And you are done with classes now for the summer.
Yes, I am done with classes now. I'm now in the summertime. Really, the only thing that's kind of holding me back from recording is moving out of my house, and I'll be out of Wi-Fi soon. So I'll try to see how I can get around that. And probably for the week that I'll be on the road to drive to San Diego, I'll probably try and see if I can have someone fill in for that week, because I would also like somebody to listen to on the road. Like I did a couple of times, and it was quite fascinating. So I'll try to see who, or maybe you can get somebody. I like that one time that you found somebody.
Yes. Yeah, there was 2 times where I found somebody to get on. That was,
and I'll try to see who I can get possibly, or you can find somebody. Because has been a while since we had a guest here. Mm-hmm. And we're on episode 95, as we have stated before. Yeah. Lightning McQueen episode.
Yeah.
Okay, that's stupid. I mean, Cars 3 does hit theaters next month.
Cars 3 is coming out next month. We're not sponsored or affiliated with Disney Corporate Pixar. And
no, we are not.
Put the whole disclaimer thing.
It drives into theaters next month.
Cars 3 is coming out for Switch. Cars 3 the game.
There's a game?
Yeah, Cars 3 the game is being developed by the Disney Infinity guys.
Really?
Yeah, it comes out next month for all platforms, including the Switch.
Oh, shit.
There's always something to note when a game's coming out for Switch.
Oh, yeah. I remember the first Cars game. I played that on PS2 because I really liked the movie Cars when I was a kid. And I played that game. Plus, it had that licensed soundtrack, with Free Ride. I'm pretty sure it was the original version of Free Ride. It had a licensed soundtrack in there, man. Yeah. I'm sure released as a PS2 classic. I remember 100%ing that game. There were a lot of games I just basically 100% on PS2 when I was a kid playing. Mm-hmm. But Cars was definitely one of them. Yeah. But okay, so it's good that we're getting a full game, not some VR experience for car.
Oh god, can you imagine doing the Cars 3 VR experience? You're experiencing that crash scene in VR.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
Oh man, it's weird because VR is not recommended for kids under 12 or something.
No, so they can't even play some of these things.
They couldn't play it, so it's it's too intense for little kids. It's just too depressing to do the crash scene in VR. So it's like, okay.
This is the odd thing though. Like these kind of like mainline headsets, like the HTC headset, Oculus, and PlayStation. Like kids under 12 can't use them, but like those standard VR headsets with like the one that you plug your phone into is just fine for kids to use, I guess.
Yeah, well, I guess the phone ones aren't as intense, and they don't
Right,
require
exactly.
as much movement. Because there
Yeah.
is a lot of danger hazard of like if you give a little kid something where you can like walk around in, they might get a little, they might move around too much and like trip on a wire or run into a TV or something.
So it's kind of like easing them into gaming with like a handheld and then a console.
Yeah.
In that sense. But even though it's still, even safety wise and health wise, it's still, advised that you hold off till then.
Yep. That's why I wonder if that's why a lot of these like VR games are just rated M, just because, just to
yeah. I mean, it
keep
doesn't really
keep
matter.
them
And like
farther
these
away.
VR experiences, like the ones that are on the PlayStation Store, don't even pertain to kids.
Yeah, because like what was it? Well, yeah, I could see why Until Dawn Rush of Blood is rated M because it's a bit violent.
Oh, yeah, the
It's very violent.
pigs.
The pigs, but like I don't think Batman VR really did anything that really justified its M rating. I think.
No, it's the same thing with like even the original Arkham Knight.
Yeah, but Arkham Knight, even Arkham Knight, they said really it was only one scene of it. Only one scene in the game really warranted the M rating, and they didn't want to take it out, so it's just kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
And then like playing Arkham VR, I don't think anything in it really warranted the M rating, except
Like at all.
except maybe towards the end. But even then, I don't think so. It was kind of weird. And then
It's probably for the sake that like, oh, we rated Arkham Knight and M. Might as well just rate this one an M too.
yeah, well, yeah, because like Warner Bros on that M train now for like
That
Batman
M
games,
train.
the M train, because the Telltale games rated M too.
Yes, it is rated M as well. Yeah.
Which is weird. I mean, it's violent, yeah, at times, but like
It's dark. I mean, okay, I only played one episode of it. I can't believe on M. Okay, that was definitely going to be in the
it's a
summer
bit,
one.
yeah, it's a bit violent, but like I still don't think it needed to be rated M. Like it doesn't do anything that's like, oh my god, this is like way darker or more intense than anything Batman related before, and it's just like I don't know. We've already covered this topic before.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Of like if they're making M-rated Batman games, they should really like make it M, like like get to some really dark, mature themes, but they kind of just lightly. It's like a light M, if that were a thing. Because the point I was getting at originally though with VR was because like Farpoint comes out Tuesday, and I was actually surprised that Farpoint is rated M.
Oh,
Like, I didn't
what's
think.
great?
Yeah, Farpoint's rated M. I didn't think it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like rated T because it's like because games do that thing where like if you're fighting like non-human enemies, it's easier to get T rating. And like you're fighting mostly like bug insect things, so you think, oh, T rated because they would just like explode and like you see green slime or something, you know. So it'd be T rated, like that's what I figured a lot. Like Horizon, we talked about that too a couple episodes back. Because you're mostly fighting robot enemies, so it's easier to get T rating because there's less blood and violence, with that. So I was surprised. I was surprised to see that Farpoint got an M rating. And again, it might be fueling a theory that we just came up with that they're just trying to keep it out of younger kids' hands because they don't want kids under 12 really even using VR.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't even really matter to have like Disney experiences or anything like that.
Yeah,
as cool as that would be.
Yeah.
Going to a Disney theme park. I remember what was it? Connect to try to do like that Disney virtual experience thing.
Yeah.
It was like a walkthrough of like the park or something. I think it was like a virtual park though.
Virtual.
It wasn't like it wasn't even a real park. It didn't
Hey
even look
kids, we're not going to go to Disney this summer. We're just going to pop this thing in your head. You're going to pretend you're at Disney.
Yeah, that's what the future might hold. You're not going to be going to Westworld. You're going to be going to virtual reality Disney World.
Oh, you mean just playing Red Dead 2?
Oh! If Rockstar utilizes some VR.
Yeah, Red Dead 2 will have a VR mode, and you'll just be trying to relive Westworld.
We're inching ever closer to like my prediction about if we see if we get either another trailer or gameplay of Red Dead by the end of next month, then that game's getting delayed.
Yeah, if we don't hear about Red Dead 2 at E3, then something's up.
Well, not E3. Like I'm talking. Well, by the end of June, maybe Rockstar might present Red Dead 2 at E3, maybe, but they do their own thing.
Maybe, yeah.
They'll have the countdown thing prior for like the new trailer or like gameplay reveal. Yada yada yada.
I would love for like Red Dead 2 if they like steal the tagline, like just show Red Dead 2, and then the tagline would be like This place shows you who you really are.
Oh,
Just straight up steal it from Westworld. That's the tagline for the game, or at least for Red Dead Online.
show your true personality. If it even says that,
Like
like
anything along those lines. Then I'm like, yeah, they
I'll just
watched.
I'll just like shake my head or put my hand on my face. I'm like,
Well, you know those guys at Rockstar who are working
yeah,
on Red Dead 2 watch Westworld.
oh yeah. I'm sure people have seen it, but then again, Red Dead 2 has been well developed before Westworld.
But that's the thing. If you're working on something,
Mm,
like if I was working on Red Dead 2, I would totally be watching Westworld just so I can like curse out loud when
mm.
they like take an idea that I'd be working on. Like shit, we're working on this right now, and they're already doing it here or something.
Yeah. Granted, it's hopefully true. I mean, who knows? Red Dead, the original one had zombie DLC, but like,
Oh yeah, they're gonna do some out there Westworld crossover DLC for Red Dead
with
2.
HBO, partnered with
Partner
HBO.
at HBO, you're gonna have like all the characters from there. You can just
I'll
keep
flip
you
my
can keep
shit.
oh god, you can keep killing Teddy.
Oh man, I'll flip my shit if that happens. Like part of the section of the map is like, it has stuff missions with Westworld and all that. I would lose it.
Go ride the
I'd be like,
train, go down to the river, go up to the you're gonna follow the path from the show. You're gonna I'm gonna map it out.
oh my god. Well, here's the thing. Hopefully, like the map in Red Dead 2 is so big that it's only like a portion of the map.
Yeah, but then they need to have the guy from Westworld too pitch it like he does in the show when he's like pitching that like expansion to
Yeah,
Westworld.
the story ideas.
The
Yeah.
story, I just love that scene in Westworld. Like he does it exactly like an E3 presentation, like the way he like describes it
Oh yeah,
and stuff. Like it's perfect.
because that's how it would be
Yeah,
actually. If something like that were to exist, which
yeah.
is crazy. Oh man, I would so lose it if something along those lines. But probably more than likely, I would see Rockstar probably expanding more on the zombie theme with Red Dead 2. But who knows if they're even going to opt for any sort of single player content.
Yeah, like a certain other game from
Yeah,
Rockstar.
you're telling me. And I had like a friend of mine ask me the other day, kind of going on more Rockstar about like how the timeline of announcements of GTA 5 to GTA 4, the amount of years from like GTA 4 to GTA 5, because the announcement of GTA 5 was in 2011 and GTA 4 came out in 2008. So 2008, about 3 years, and it's been more than 3 years since Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. So it's like awkward. It's like,
Dude, just stop. Like these people clamoring for Grand Theft Auto 6 already. Like, dude,
not,
no. Red Dead
not
2 is the priority
it's
right now.
yeah, because Rockstar's at the point where they don't.
You know,
So
it's
because it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Because the more years go by, the more GTA 6, a hypothetical GTA 6, is going to sell.
yeah, because the weird thing about Grand Theft Auto 5 is that it basically got a second life too, because like it had that whole year of like dominating sales and stuff on PS3 and 360, and then a year later they put it out on PS4 and Xbox One, and it got a whole new life again.
On PC.
Yeah, and PC. So like the game got a whole new life a year later, a year after launch. They put out the same game, but with just enough new content to get people so excited, and it just got all that attention again, and everybody was buying it again. It was selling crazy, new content, all that online support. It gained new life again a year later. Like, how many games can really do that? Like, be a huge success, re-releasing the same game like that, within a
Nah,
year.
no, not really. And then we also had some people that held out. Actually, well, out some, even though I decided to buy the game either way because it was GTA. That people were like, this is like close to like when PS4 would come out. I would wait for GTA 5.
Yeah.
For like on PS4 and Xbox One, and there's also that factor. And the people that just wanted to simply buy it again online,
Yeah.
and you had the character transfer,
Yeah.
which probably already ended, right? There was like that deadline thing for
Maybe.
transferring character. I think that ended like a couple months ago. I think we reported that here.
Maybe. I'm not sure because, like I said, I've never been too big at Grand Theft Auto. I didn't really play Grand Theft Auto 5, but like my brothers played a lot, and that was one thing I asked them was like because they got Grand Theft Auto 5 right when it came out on PS3.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting Grand Theft Auto 5 again on PS4 when it came out a year later because they got it for Christmas or something. And I always ask them that. I'm like, was it worth the jump? Like, to play it again on PS4? And they're like, yes. They play so much on PS4. They said they couldn't go back to the PS3 version.
Oh yeah, neither did I. And then like even though I completed the story on PS3, there was like that urge for me to like try and platinum it on PS4, but I still had never done that due to playing online for a good period of time. Like I got all the single player trophies, I just never really bothered getting the rest of the multiplayer ones, and that's just should have been a separate list,
Yeah,
but
but
it wasn't, unfortunately. So here's hoping for Red Dead 2 that, depending how the game goes in its model, which I predict is going to be the same way as GTA 5, that Red Dead Online will be its separate thing, and then the single player of Red Dead. And I would hope maybe they separate the trophy list, but I don't know.
yeah. As much as they treat it as a separate product, you would think it would maybe get its own trophies, but nope.
No, it's silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that you agree with me now that if we don't see actual gameplay, running real time by the end of next month, then this game's not hitting this year. I'm sorry, and I'm fine with it. I mean, yes, Red Dead 2 is one of my most anticipated games of the year, but like not Shadow of all the Shadow. Oh gosh, why do I know forgetting? How am I hyped for it if I don't even remember what it's called?
Shadow of War.
Shadow of War. Shadow of War. Shadow of War or sequel. See, like I'm trying to like not see too much of this game, even though there's already like extended previews. I don't even know what the title is. So, like I'm fine with Red Dead 2 not hitting this year. Like if it comes out within the first 6 months, or I don't know, it might even get pushed further than that, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah, because the thing about Red Dead is like I can see it coming. Like if it doesn't hit the fall date, it'll probably be
spring,
like between April and like.
Or it gets pushed all the way to like when the original, not original, Red Dead Redemption was released, like in May or June.
Yeah, like I said, I can see that being a summer game. Like if it doesn't hit the fall release.
Which well, I'm hoping for a trailer. If a gameplay trailer, it can't be a story cinematic trailer. If it's a story cinematic trailer, it'll be like, okay, this is great. We're seeing more progress of the game, but like, there's no gameplay in this, and then what's the point? Because like, I'm really liking that, like, especially companies like Activision, they're having the gameplay reveals. Because like, even though we know Call of Duty comes out like clockwork, but like games like Destiny 2, it's great that we're getting a gameplay reveal because now I know like the game's further along. It's actually going to hit. But I'm pretty sure Activision wants Bungie to hit the date, and there's like no exceptions to that because Destiny 2 needs to happen this year, and which is going to be great because I'm actually really hyped for that gameplay trailer of Destiny 2. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
So we'll see. But like the day after a Red Dead 2 trailer hits that has like gameplay and everything, somebody's going to remix it with the Westworld theme song.
Oh yeah, that would be very. That'll make quite the video.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably.
I'll be disappointed if it doesn't.
I'm surprised that maybe if someone hasn't done that for the original Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, like there's just gonna be so much crossover stuff with Westworld and Red Dead 2.
Well, it'll be hard not to think about it. And then, like, even if there's no Westworld connections, we're gonna make our online characters.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason why you gotta play. I mean, even if you don't play a single player, you at least gotta play the online ones.
So we can play Westworld, play some Westworld online.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna treat it as. We're playing Westworld online, like it's an MMO. Just run around, just messing everything up.
No, that's better than the VR experience.
Oh boy. But yeah, no, it's like that other VR game. Because remember we talked about this one, that Sports Bar VR game.
Yeah, the Sports Bar VR.
Like,
wait, it's Hustle Kings? No, not that.
Not Hustle Kings. No, it's called Sports Bar VR. I think that's what it's called.
Oh yeah.
Or bar games, something like that. And they said the neat thing is that you're virtually in a bar, and then you can like wear the when you wear your helmet, and the other people wear their helmets. Like in the game, you're just seeing these floating helmets. So like when they turn their heads, you can see them turn their heads, and like as soon as you have the move control in each hand, you can like wave to people across the bar.
This is online, right?
Yeah, this is online. You play online with real people.
Oh, dude, when I get a VR, we need to play this game.
So yeah, we play this game. You can like wave at each other, and you can turn the mics on so you can talk, and then you just move your head. You can move your hands, your little floating hands, your little floating head.
Can you still be in the party when you're in a VR headset?
I would assume so.
Okay, I'm asking the deep questions here. Like when I get my VR, I'm gonna go deep in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna explore as much as I can in my VR. You got it. You're just like, okay, I got it. But like, I'm gonna go everywhere I can with this thing.
It's just
because like
the thing about VR is like I love my VR. It's just the thing is I have to be in the
setting it
mood.
up.
I have to be in the mood for it. I need to set it up. Because I had a weird way all my stuff was wired behind my TV. It was kind of cluttered, and I actually did clean it up over this past week. So now the little processor box is now in a easier to place spot to where my wires can run easier.
Yeah,
So like it's cleaner now. So now I can more easily, set up my VR if I needed to.
right.
So hopefully that will
And
get me to play more VR because, like I said, Farpoint's coming out this week, and I'm going to be playing that once I get it because I'm going to get it at some point this week so that way I can try out the aim control and all that. So it looks like a lot of fun. But speaking of VR games and stuff, here's a VR game that me and you need to get once you get your
okay.
It was announced this week that there's this game called how do you say that? I was thinking that was the whole title because I was reading the headline. It was weird. The game is called Arizona Sunshine.
Okay.
It is a virtual reality zombie shooter, releasing digitally for PlayStation VR in June of 2017. It released on PC back in 2006. Released on PC in December 2016, and the game is described as a full-feature game that puts you in the middle of a zombie apocalypse as if you were there. Arizona Sunshine includes a solo campaign, co-op campaign, and endless multiplayer horde mode for up to 4 players.
Holy shit!
In the
So
campaign,
in the like Call of Duty Zombies in VR.
Yeah, in the campaign you'll explore Southwestern America in the search of other humans. It says you can freely explore your surroundings using either teleportation or locomotion movement, whichever suits your VR tastes.
Whichever suits your VR. Well, yeah, we don't want the teleportation.
Yeah, I like the idea of locomotion. Yeah, teleportation. It says control options include DualShock 4, PS VR aim control, or PS Move controls. It says using the PS VR aim control or move control will allow you to handle your weapons, gear, and consumables with real life movements, anticipate attacks, manage ammo, and aim down the sights to blast your enemies to undead pieces. So this game sounds really, really cool.
It does. What was the reception on PC?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Like, it's weird.
I mean, it sounds neat. I don't care.
I mean, the game, it said, I don't know. It just said it came out on PC in 2016 and it grossed $1.4 million in its first month. So people were buying it.
Okay. So, all right. I'll be on the lookout.
So, yeah, I don't know what the reception to it was, but it does look really cool.
Noted.
So yeah, I definitely want to check this out, especially if you get a VR too, so you can play this online.
Killing zombies and going to bars.
We just play that game, and then when we're done playing, we switch over to the bar game. So we just virtually be in a bar. You can even in that bar game, you can like virtually drink beer too. Like there's beer on the counter. Like I'm serious. Like there's bottles of beer on the counter. You can like pick it up with your controller and lift it to your head, and then put it down. There's like a little bit missing, so it's like you drank some.
God. Yeah. My most curiosity game, like I want to get Robinson the Journey. Even though that game looks boring, the
thing about Robinson is that I think by that point you get a VR, the novelty of that game is going to wear off because the big point about that game when it first came out was like it was a free moving VR game. It was like the first one to do that.
Yeah.
Where like everything before that was kind of like on rails or like teleporting. That was the first one where it was like, no, you just walk and move like a regular game. So that novelty's kind of gone. So really, the only thing Robinson has over other VR games right now is that it's just graphically superior.
Yeah, like it's running on Crytek.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
mean, I was always curious about that one, and you were like, "Yeah, I don't want to get." But I mean, that was because it was like a full price game, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was full price, and it's kind of like a love it hate it game. So it's just like I just didn't want to drop that much money and just be kind of like.
Yeah, that was like one of the first VR games to get like critics reviews all over the place. Like you had some people that really liked it, and then people that just like, oh.
Exactly. So kind of like, eh. And I mean, but at least there was Resident Evil 7 was really good with VR. Then we got Farpoint this week. What was that? Was it Bloodstar Arena came out like a couple weeks back?
Yes.
I hear that one was really good. I haven't tried that one yet.
I actually heard good things about that one.
Yeah, I hear that one's really good. I haven't tried that one yet. So I mean, there's some good VR content, coming out and in the pipeline. Because like I said, I'm really looking forward to Farpoint this week. I'm really looking forward to that zombie game. Arizona Sunshine sounds really cool.
How much does it cost?
For the zombie game, they didn't give a price point, but they just did note that when it launched on PC, it was $40 when it launched on PC. So I don't
Oh,
know.
so I would expect 40.
So I don't know. Expect 40 at the most for it on. And right now it's a digital only, so there won't be like a physical copy to go out and buy.
Physical copy's going away.
But I mean, even $40, I'd probably buy this one. This one looks neat enough. I would put the $40 to try it.
Yeah, I would probably lay down the request to watch it. See, maybe get scared. Wait, well, I should request to watch you play Resident Evil 7.
Oh yeah. I wonder if like they'll have a mode where like you can request to watch something in VR, and if you have a VR, you can watch it in VR.
Yeah, but the lag and stuff, I don't know.
So much lag. It's VR on top of VR.
I mean, that could be a possibility, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's it like even when you're like viewing content on VR and so like a live stream?
I don't know. I've watched. I mean, I tried. No, because I mean, I've tried watching like YouTube videos in VR through the YouTube app thing, and it's just the streaming quality isn't that great. So it's just like it's neat, but like it just doesn't. The quality's just not there.
Oh yeah, there's like the 360-degree videos that look like shit.
Yeah, so it's just like
regardless of where you're watching it, it's not like a PSVR specific thing.
Yeah.
It's like no matter where you watch it, regardless if you watch it like on an 8K monitor. Even if someone's saying like, "Oh, well, I got 8K 360 VR," oh, that's great, but it still looks like garbage.
Yeah, I mean, how can you say you have 8K VR? It depends on what headset you have. I don't think any of the headsets output in 8K.
Yeah,
your monitor is not going to affect your VR headset quality.
Does anybody even have an 8K monitor to begin with?
Yeah, I think Samsung makes some 8K monitors. I just don't know if anyone owns one, but I do know that
people are trying to get to even 4K, people. Well, you're already going double. Leave me alone. I'm trying to even just get to 4K right now. Just barely. But I don't know.
No.
But speaking of which, wasn't it like even before a little small hiatus that Sony did announce that PlayStation VR is doing well?
Yeah,
PlayStation VR is doing about 1 million units or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, they gave some numbers. They didn't. They weren't like, "Oh, it's doing fine." They actually gave us some concrete details.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's doing good.
Doing good. I just don't. I know what you're talking about. I just don't have that one in my notes, so I can't tell you the exact number.
Well, we're just noting that it's doing fine.
It's doing fine.
It's like that checkup on someone. Is that person doing okay? It's doing okay. Well, it's just because VR really isn't a main point of contention among many gamers, really, at the current moment.
Yeah.
We're so inclined to just play standard games right now, which is fine. That's where we go to most of the time. Yeah. But just kind of going into the VR market right now.
Yeah.
Even though there was some ramblings with, especially with Oculus and them shutting down their storytelling team or something like that.
Something like that.
Like they're already kind of letting go people at Oculus already. But
you're working on the Oculus project.
Octopus.
Not Oculus. Octopus.
Oculus. Oh my god.
Is Octodad on the Oculus? It should be.
Octodad. I know, was Jin Yang making an Octodad port on the Oculus?
That's what he was working on, Octodad port.
I don't know, man. Whatever it was, it generated him a lot of money.
Well. Yeah. So, do we have any more questions this week? We should answer.
Oh, we do have one more.
Cool. Because it's just the thing is we've just been off for so long. It's like I just don't even know where to go. As far as
this is probably a good one because this was actually probably to me the biggest thing of actually this past week. So this is probably good. Eric, which is EREC, which I don't think that's correct, but that's the way he put it.
You're saying his name is incorrectly spelled?
I mean, is there an Eric where it's spelled EREC?
I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Like, I can see that. Like, just
I'm doubting his name.
It's
his
E-rec,
own name.
like when you hit the record button. E-record. Email
I,
us.
I, I see. I get Eric out of it.
E-record.
You record whoever you are. Um, Basically, he outlines Mass Effect's future and Bioware's.
Oh dear God. One of
Yeah,
these again.
yeah, we're going to this again. Because the big thing this week about basically EA Captain America Mass Effect and putting it in ice right now, and then BioWare's new IP, which I kind of forgot, or was this even in people's knowledge
Yeah, I mean
about BioWare
they acknowledge that they are working on new IP, but it was never like at the forefront of any like attention
until now?
till now.
Dylan, which is a nice name,
Mm-hmm.
but so because I really have no opinion on Mass Effect Andromeda, but like having having played the game for at least some period of time.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Like, like this is very. Here's the odd thing, because, at least from my point of view, that ever since that like initial, not really. There's like a couple blog posts about like their outlining of like everything of what they were going to do for Mass Effect Andromeda, and then for like a couple of weeks, Bioware just like went dark, like completely dark, I think. And then it was up until this, the 1.06 patch, and then with the changes of the cutscenes. And then that's when everything started coming out, and I was like, "Oh man!" I knew that like ever since they were silent, that like something was up.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I just don't understand why BioWare needed to like. Well, this was never like this was never officially announced, or this was like just a report.
It was a report, really.
So it was never like officially like a statement from EA or BioWare saying.
Well, there wasn't like a letter, but I mean, this is kind. I mean, it is.
Okay.
I mean, it was reported from EA, so
it
is basically official. But
well, yeah, it's
not,
basically official. But like, I'm just saying, like, if this was like an official statement from BioWare or EA, my response would be like, why would you have to say this?
Oh yeah.
But since it's just a report coming out, then it's more like people are just trying to dig for something. Because I mean, the thing is about this report is that it's saying that the franchise is on hold, it's grounded or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And it's
yeah, I see what you mean.
And it's one of those things where, like, if this was, like, as a report, fine. People are digging they found it's not fine. But, like, yeah, EA or Bioware don't have to even report on this because to me, like, when Mass Effect Andromeda came out, they never said, I don't think they ever said this was supposed to be the start of a new trilogy or anything, right? They just kind of said,
yeah, because people got that so mixed up with the initial thing of the original Mass Effect, where, the director at the time, Casey Hudson, when he worked at Bioware, said that, the intention was to make it a trilogy. But, people have claimed that someone at Bioware had stated that with the start of like Andromeda was the start of a new trilogy, but I struggle to find anything where anybody at Bioware has ever said that.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I don't think Andromeda was ever said.
Yeah, I don't know if someone like edited like a Wikia thing to Mass Effect, where like like put false information out there or something about that, but I struggle to find where any Bioware employee has said on the record about like, hey, this is the start of a new trilogy.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of why people are digging into this, is because they assume like, oh, this is Mass Effect Andromeda, it's the start of a new trilogy, so like they're expecting a new Mass Effect in like 2 years. Like 2 years from now we would get like the sequel to Andromeda.
Yeah.
And that's not what I was expecting. Like
even from the beginning, even with me too, because the fact that they didn't even state that from the get go.
Yeah, like I didn't like I wasn't expecting another Mass Effect, like anytime soon. Like I figured this would be like kind of
regardless of critical.
Regardless of critical reception or whatever. Like I always figured
reception.
Yeah, I figured this would be it. Like Andromeda would come out, and we probably wouldn't get another one this generation until maybe the very end. Like the very end of the PS4 life cycle, we get maybe one more Mass Effect.
Even though we're already a little bit more. Oh gosh, this is another discussion entirely. Like, how far are we into the PS4 then? Like more than halfway?
I would get into this.
Oh gosh.
You want to get in a tangent on this real quick? Because there is a report that ties into this.
Okay. Well, no. Okay, no. Just proceed. Proceed
with what?
Like where Mass Effect would possibly.
We'll put a pin in that PS4 thing for a second, and let's just talk about Mass Effect, and then we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
So for Mass Effect, yeah, like I didn't really expect another one anytime soon. Like, because Bioware, like we just said, Bioware never stated this was the beginning of a trilogy. This was just the next step for Mass Effect, the next entry of Mass Effect or whatever. So
Right.
I wasn't expecting a sequel anytime soon, but I
Yeah,
guess
me.
people were. People were expecting, this is the beginning of
Oh yeah,
trilogy,
because
and
tradition, going from tradition
yeah,
and
traditionally, yeah. So a lot of people were expecting in 2 years. So in 2019, whatever, we have the next Mass Effect game, and I didn't expect that. And this is basically confirming what I thought was that there really wasn't a plan for an immediate sequel to it. And now it's just kind of like now Bioware is just like, okay, they've kind of seen the reception to Andromeda. Now they're kind of saying, okay,
Mhm.
well, now we don't really need a fast track sequel. Like we can just take a break from this franchise for a while, focus on our new
Yeah,
IP, and then maybe come back to it, later when we're more,
potentially.
when more time has gone by and there's more, advancement technology, we can take this further. Because it's like same thing with like Dragon Age. I mean, Dragon Age Inquisition came out what 3 years ago now.
The game was released in 2014.
2014, yeah. So we're about almost 3 years away from release from when that game came out, and there's no rumblings of a new Dragon Age. There's no immediate need for another Dragon Age right now. Would I love a new Dragon Age? Of course I would, but like I don't feel the.
Of
I
course I
mean,
would.
but I don't feel the. I don't feel like they need to make one, or there needs to be one, out within the next year or two.
Mhm.
It's just like it's just prioritizing. It's just Bioware wants to focus on this new IP. They wanted, kind of take some time before they come back to Mass Effect, and so it's whatever.
Yeah. Now, I can understand why people might, would read into it a bit much because, due to the reception of Andromeda, which, has been mixed. You have people that do enjoy the game quite a bit, and then some people that just really don't like the game. Um, so, I mean, I just find it to be a very quick turnaround, of events in that way. To say to a franchise like Mass Effect to just say, it's put on hold, which we did expect, like you did say, and it's fine. Especially I forgot about this new IP, or now it's brought to the forefront. They are working on something new, so I'd rather opt for something new from Bioware rather than a sequel to Andromeda right now. So I'm much more excited for that. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but like you said, given the more time and then perceivably effort, that if Mass Effect does come back within, well, you're not seeing Mass Effect probably for the rest of this decade, so um, somewhere in the 2020s, we see the return of Mass Effect. I guess that's unfortunate when you kind of think about it, though, in a way. But
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, I do like the Mass Effect franchise, but like I'm willing to let it go for a while.
right, because we got Andromeda, and whether you like it or not, it's here. It's been here, and I guess that's something to chew on. I guess, or just replay the original trilogy. I guess. But hey, Bioware is only human after all.
Oh
So don't
god.
put the blame. Oh, okay, yeah, you were gonna
It
stop
took
me
it
there.
took it took me a second.
Oh yes, you were gonna stop me there, weren't you? You were like,
Uh,
okay, just stop.
stop, stop.
You know I had to insert it there somewhere. Come
Uh,
on,
Come on. Yeah.
it's an unironic song to put with the game.
Oh boy.
But
Anyway. Anyway.
anyway.
Anyway. Uh.
But
Okay.
no, as for the future of Bioware, I guess even the answer is the other part. You got Project Dylan. Bioware is fine. Okay,
Bioware is
they
fine.
have a bit of a bump in the road with this game. We'll see where they come up from this.
Yeah.
They're fine. They're not going out of business. Well, we had
Yeah.
that one person right that say as if they're going out of business.
Like no. Like they're no. No, people have this weird
Yeah.
idea in their head when a game like flops or something. It's just like instantly the company's just done.
Well, I can understand if it's like a company's first game. I
Yeah,
mean, if it's like No Man's Sky situation, right? But if it's with a world-renowned developer like BioWare, I mean, is one game really gonna, turn everything? Well, it might for a bit. I mean, we already saw the results of it this week, but Was it really gonna like devastate everybody? No. No. Oh, but wait, we forgot to note that that team is moved on to Battlefront too.
Yes, they're contributing to Battlefront 2.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yes.
Oh man, Battlefront 2. Okay, that is definitely one of my hype games of the year. Like if Red Dead 2 is not hitting this year, the sequels to games from 2014 that really didn't hit. Well, wait a minute, Battlefront came in 2015. Really excited for some of these sequels this year.
Sequels.
Really excited. But anyways, proceed.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Yeah. No, I was trying to find that article I found. Oddly enough, it wasn't in my notes. There's an article from a couple weeks back that said some like analysts were predicting that Sony was going to release their next gen console in late 2018. And I'm like, no.
Well, due to the fact that you got a PS4 Pro already.
Yeah. I mean, no, like late 2018 really isn't. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, that would be 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years after PS4, and it's like, no, like it's not time for that, you know. Like a lot of people are pointing out, it just seems like this generation is like finally kind of hitting its stride.
Yeah, we're getting there
with games, you know. So it's like we don't need another console right now.
Yeah, no, and I don't even want to shake the fathom of Harmonix possibly even putting another game on that console, seeing as how they barely just put out everything on PS4 for Rock Band. So like, I don't even want them to migrate to PS5 if that's even a thing. Look, man, I mean, this Scorpio, whatever the hell it's going to be, well, we already know what it is, but however it turns out, you know. And, you know, this E3 presentation is really important for it to really see its purpose because as great as the system sounds, right, like, where's the games?
Yeah, but the thing about Scorpio is that, like, because a lot of people are, like, trying to, like, you know, one of the things they bring out to, like, support this theory is that, like, oh, Scorpio will like, make Sony do a PS5, like, to compete.
Make Sony
compete. But, like, the problem is, like, the way Microsoft plans on marketing the Scorpio is, like, they're not marketing it as the next-gen system. They're marketing it as this, like, high-end system that can play your Xbox One games. You know, like, there's no Scorpio-only games.
Wait a minute. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, that's what they said. They just said, like, they would put out games that have
Scorpio
support.
There's no Scorpio-only titles.
Yeah, they would just put out games that have Scorpio support, and the only game right now we know that has it is Shadow of War. Shadow is the only game that straight up said we will have Scorpio support at launch.
That is true.
So, like, everything else we don't really know. Because that's the thing, because that's what they said. Like, the second, or maybe not Microsoft, but, like, other people said in comments and stuff, like, the second they put out a Scorpio-only game, it becomes a new system.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's what I always thought. That's what I always thought was kind of smart in a way, that it's a next gen system without necessarily pushing next gen. Like, they could put this out, it has all this power, and they just keep putting out. You just keep playing your Xbox One games, and current ones you have will get the extra boost or whatever. But like in a year or two from now, they'll put out a game that's like, oh, this game's a little more than what we expect, so it will only work on Scorpio. Then they have to start putting it like on the box, like Scorpio only or Scorpio only game. So like it's a thing where like you own an next gen console, but you don't really fully use it until like a year or two from now. In a way, it's like investing,
future proofing
in a way. So the only problem with that strategy is, you know, they put out the Scorpio this year. You start playing your games like Shadow of War or whatever, and yes, you get your nice boosts, seeing it like, oh look, we can play, you know, this game and this game, and then you know, they wait about a year or two to put out a Scorpio only game, like let's say it's Halo 6 or whatever, you know, and it's like graphically advanced and it'll only work on Scorpio because of its capabilities. Like this only works on Scorpio. So now it's like, oh shit, now you need to get Scorpio because now you need to play these new games. So if you bought one 2 years ago, you're fine. If you haven't bought one yet, you know, by that point, it's been on the market long enough where they can do bundles or whatever. The only problem is in 2 years when they get ready to start making Scorpio only games, Sony will probably be putting out a PS5 or getting it ready. And at that point, they'll have 2 years on Microsoft to make a more powerful console.
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially, because I mean, the Scorpio been out for 2 years, and they can see all the specs and be like, all right, just add a +1 to all that, you
Mm.
know. So like in 2 years, when Sony is ready to put out a PS5, they can just improve upon whatever Scorpio specs are, and then Microsoft can't put out another system because the whole point of Scorpio is to be future proof. You know.
Well, what if remarkably that Scorpio's already been out there for a while, and then by the time PS5 hits, that maybe a year later, Microsoft puts out another system.
See, but that's the point. That goes against the whole marketing of what Scorpio's supposed to be. Scorpio's supposed to be this future-proof console where it's like, this is the one console you'll ever need or some shit, Like, you can't say that. You can't say this is the one game console you'll ever need. Like, it's nothing could be, because I hate that term future-proof. Nothing is future-proof, all right?
Because the way computers work now, it's just
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Like, oh, they got computers that don't have, like, old computers that didn't have Wi-Fi in it. This is future-proof. This is the only laptop you'll ever need. And then, like, Wi-Fi gets invented. It's like, oh, shit, these laptops don't support Wi-Fi.
Okay, now that's really old, but
It's
what
just
we
an
did live
example. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
I
though,
know,
like,
I
it's
know.
technology changing.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
it's like already my even my PS4 Pro, it's not the only console I need, obviously. I have an Xbox One S for what? 4K Blu-rays. So, like, my PS4 Pro can't do all I want it to do,
Well, remember that was what Xbox One and the Wii U wanted to do.
Yeah, they wanted like, oh, we're a gaming console. We don't need all these extra apps and stuff. But like, I don't. But I mean, and that's weird because like that's what Microsoft's thing was with the Xbox One. Is like this is the one console you need like for all your entertainment purposes. And it's like okay. And then when I got my PS4, it's like all right, this is fine. But then when I wanted to switch over to 4K, I was like, oh shit, I want to play 4K Blu-rays. And even with the 4 Pro, I couldn't do it. So it's like shit, I need a 4K Blu-ray player, and the Xbox One's the same price as a 4K Blu-ray player. So it's like I might as well get this.
Yeah.
So it's like that. And like I said, Microsoft can't say they're putting a future-proof console. You just can't say that because you don't know what technology is going to be like. 2 years
Even
from now,
a year.
even a year from now, you don't know. Because like I said, look at what happened with the movies. Same thing. Sony puts out a thing like, "Oh, this is a future-proof console," and then a year later, there's this 4K Blu-ray drive that it doesn't support.
Awkward.
4K media, exactly. So it's kind of the same thing with the Scorpio. Like they can't, because we know the Scorpio's coming out this year. But like I said, if it comes out this year, and I mean, because we know obviously the PS5 is not coming out this year. Like even if Sony did put out a PS5 next year in 2018, like this analyst is trying to say, even if so, that's still a whole year of development where they can top whatever Scorpio is.
Possibly. I mean, the R&D should be pretty far if that's even hypothetically.
Well, they should.
Then the dev kits. Let's not forget about the dev kits.
In theory, okay, they can in theory at least match it within a year.
That's right.
At
in
least
theory,
match
at least
it.
match it. But then, we haven't even had anything leaked, though.
I know. That's what makes me think that there's no way the PS5 is coming out next year. There's
Because
no way
where's the leaks? Where's the
leaks,
the code
dev
names?
kits, the codes. No, I think earliest we're getting a PS5 would be like 2019.
Yeah, actually.
That's just absolute earliest.
Holiday 2019.
Yeah, holiday 2019.
Yeah.
And preferably I would probably maybe go 2020, but
Gosh, remember the days when we had the competing consoles come out close to each other?
yeah, it's all weird because Nintendo was the one that started this whole like weird thing.
Yeah, they were the one that's
because no, because what happened was the other consoles came out around the same time, like PS2 and Xbox and all that, but then the Xbox 360 came out a whole year before the PS3. Then the
PS3 and Wii came out really close.
2 days apart.
God, I mean, remember the original GameCube? I think and PS2 came out around similar times, right? Was it like 2 weeks? I think it was like a 2 week spread of the GameCube and the original PS2.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but I remember. PS3 was on Friday and the Wii was on Sunday.
Oh, but I was going way back.
Way back. But yeah, and then that was just another situation where like there was a year gap between the Xbox and the PlayStation, and then obviously we saw with the PS3. The PS3 was actually too powerful, to where it was over expensive, and developers didn't want to even develop for it because it was just too much.
Let's see. Wait. PS2 came out October 26th. Okay, wait, about like a month.
A month, still close.
Because like the GameCube came out at like the week after 9/11. So and then PS2, it came out like late October. So we're still relatively close.
Yeah, so close.
But not as close as the Wii and the PS3.
Yeah, the Wii, the PS3, and then
God, that's ridiculous. I don't even. That's freaking crazy. No wonder the PS3 had a little bit of a loss.
But then you got to think too. Guess what? It's like the what Nintendo put out 2 consoles within the PS4 and Xbox One life cycle, almost.
Yeah.
almost, because the Wii U came out in 2012, and then the PS4 and Xbox One came out in 2013, so a year after the Wii U. But now,
well, yeah, we were getting rumblings in 2012, but then it was odd, in 2013, in the same year, they announced the consoles and then put out the consoles.
Yeah, all in 1 year.
Yeah.
And then we got Switch this year.
Oh, Switch.
Like 2017, 5
well,
years.
like the presentation thing.
Switch it on to you.
Yeah, the thing that totally didn't sell me, but now I'm a little bit more sold on the Switch. But since you do have it,
yeah, I do have a Switch now.
What's your friend? Oh, yeah, put out your friend code. Just kidding.
I don't even know what my friend code is. I haven't even looked at it.
Oh my god! I mean, you bought something in the store. You have an account.
Yes, I have an account, but I didn't even look at what my friend code is.
You bought something in the store.
Well, that's the thing, because technically online play is free right now, and it's like I'm not using it.
Yeah,
and,
it's free right now. That thing is not out yet. It should be out.
I'm not. Yeah, that's the problem though. When it does come out, I'm not going to pay for it.
Really? Not even to get that free game temporarily?
I mean, temporarily. It'd have to be a really good game, like something I want.
I mean, it's going to be hopefully a game people want, and hopefully it's a good game. I mean, it's Nintendo.
That'll be the new thing people complain about. Like, instead of complaining about Plus, they'll complain about whatever Nintendo's thing is.
Oh, God. This is only one game. This game better. Oh, God. I mean, if people already did the dislike bar on the PlayStation Plus, well, actually, wait, the dislike squad didn't come because the games this month were actually pretty good.
Mm.
I mean, it was Borderlands and Abzu?
Yes.
Not bad. I mean, the dislike bar wasn't that bad for it.
Yeah,
people liked it.
Borderlands, man. Borderlands 3.
Well, for some reason, they didn't pick it up for when it was like, what, $3 season pass? And then, oh my God, dude. I saw, in this sale is going on actually, I think right now, and I hope you post this episode by the time people get listen to maybe get on this. I think the order is like $3.
Yeah.
Right now? Like, come on. Like, if you're going to complain, like, that game's on free on Plus.
It's $3, man.
It's the price of like a Rock Band song. Just about the price of a Rocksmith song. Get it? Come on. I mean, yeah, that price, the order 1886 is fair. Like, you're basically, you won't feel bad about it.
That's how much you would pay to go rent it at Redbox.
Redbox, exactly that. But you get it installed on your system. You don't have to worry about. Well, wait a minute, it won't take you that long to beat it, but
it'll probably take you longer to download and install it than it'll take you to finish it.
You're not wrong about that. We're not even exaggerating. But yeah, for anybody that's still like hung up on the order, like it's still like a game to play, to know about,
that'd be a great review quote, like to put on the box. A game to play, like just to play.
I'm coming up really basic on
the PSBS is gonna have our quote on there. The PSBS describes this as a game to play. It has like that.
You know how rusty I am at my analysis, on podcasting. Like it's a game to play.
I'm still waiting for Ubisoft to announce that Uno Game of the Year edition and has our quote on it.
So yeah, still my favorite game of 2016. Definitely the game I played most in 2016. Didn't play that much. We haven't played it that much. We're probably gonna have to get back on that when you're free.
Yeah, man. Uno Game of the Year edition from the PSBS. That's it.
Or I want to share play some. Oh wait, we can't even really share play.
You can share play to me. I can't share play to you.
Wait. Yeah. You. Oh yeah. So yeah, I want you to play some Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, it's such a long game.
Huh?
Such a long game. There's just so much to do in that game.
For only one movie. Oh my God! Wait until Lego Star Wars: The Last Jedi comes out.
I wonder if
how come you haven't announced that game yet?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's until after the movie comes out.
It'll be after
the
movie. I wonder if though for Last Jedi they'll announce like Rogue One DLC pack or something, just so we can get something from Rogue One.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Like have the anthology movie be with like the episode game.
Yeah. So
Like
like
once
so
we
like
get episode 9, we get the Han Solo
DLC.
movie DLC.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope by the time that Last Jedi movie comes out, we get a freaking title for that. I'm getting tired of calling it
The
Han
untitled
Solo.
Han Solo movie.
I'm getting tired of it. It's really annoying.
Ugh.
Yeah, we need a title for it. Come on, figure it out.
The Han
Come on.
Solo solo film.
Well, with given as Phil and Chris, I won't be surprised. But I don't know if Disney or Lucasfilm will approve of that title, given that it's going to be marketed all over the world.
It's going to be called, was it a Star Wars story, Han Solo, or something like that.
I mean, it's got to have Han Solo on the title, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. For me, I hate when movies
Have the name.
it's just the name of the character as the title.
What, Indiana Jones?
Outside,
Jones?
okay, outside of like obvious things like Disney movies or something like Aladdin,
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas,
You
like
got problems with Pinocchio?
like Pinocchio, like
Wreck-It Ralph? You got a problem with Wreck-It Ralph?
well, technically, well, I don't know. Well, no, I'm bringing up an example because I saw a commercial for a movie today, and I was like, wait, that was the best you can come up with title wise?
King Arthur?
No, no.
Dude, there's a lot of movies that are based off the title character, dude.
No, but this one like there's no point. It was with I saw a commercial for today. It was with shit. What's her name from the new that most recent Fantastic Four.
The recent Fantastic Four. Oh, so Kate Mara?
Yes, her.
Okay,
she's got a new movie. She's got a new movie where like it comes out like in June where she's like
with the dog?
Like, yeah, with the dog in the army, and like the dog gets her, she gets her, and then she retires, but she wants to take the dog with her, and they won't let her, and it's this big like legal battle because she wants to get custody of the dog or whatever. I was like, whatever, but the title of the movie is like just her name, Megan Livy or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, you really couldn't come up with a better name for the movie than that.
I mean, at least with like Chris Kyle, we got American Sniper. It's not called Chris Kyle
and American Sniper or something like.
Well, I mean, I think that's like what the book is called, but
yeah, that's like what the book is called.
With American Sniper.
But like, yeah, like they really couldn't come up with anything for a title for this movie than just her name.
It's that bland.
Like, is that like that's not even the name of the dog? Like, I can understand if it was the name of the dog, but
like
it's just
Max.
Yeah, like the name like Max, but like no, it's just her name. Like, what? Like, it doesn't convey anything. Like, you want to go see that movie, Megan Livy? Because
I talk about all the time about like, hey, what do you want to go see this weekend?
Like,
see, exactly.
That's your test. That's your test for movie titles.
Exactly.
Just, like, you ask it as a question.
Exactly. Well, even though nobody generally goes. Well, I have people that kind of go with me to the movies, but not really.
Like, you walk up to the ticket booth. I want one ticket for Megan Livy.
Dude, okay, that I'm fandangoing because I do not want to go up and say that.
You don't want to say that. I want to see that dog movie where is the dog's name Megan? No, that's not. No, what? It's so confusing. Oh God, that was just that commercial just struck me so hard this morning when I saw it. I was like, really? They couldn't come up with anything else to name this movie.
Yeah, and I'm actually hearing that movie's not really good anyway. So.
Well, I didn't expect it to be. Kate Mara can't play in a good movie other than The Martian.
No, not really.
No.
See, I think that's the thing about it. Like, I think I was always with like between her and her sister of like which movie to be in the dumbest movie possibly in, but like at least her sister is in better movies. So, but I mean, then again, like her sister was in Pan. James Hook.
Yeah.
Just forget about it.
Anyway. I went a little tangent there.
Well, I mean, we did with the PlayStation and the movie titles.
Stupid movie titles.
I mean, it's like, we got crazy game titles, too.
Oh, yeah. Of course we do.
Let's not forget.
Well, what was that one, what's that free-to-play one, that big one? Was it called Let It Die?
Let It Die. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a commercial for that one the other day, and they were playing "I Will Survive" over it. And I'm like, you couldn't get the Foo Fighters song?
Oh my. Oh my god. uh, I know it took me a while. I was like, wait, which one is that one? Oh yeah.
The Foo Fighters song that goes, "Why'd you have to go and let it die?"
I don't know if that one was a hit enough in the Foo Fighters catalog in order to be put in the ad. I don't know if it qualified.
Whatever.
With the marketing team.
This is a free-to-play game. We can't afford Foo Fighters.
No, we cannot.
It's gonna get some really old song. Won't be as much to license.
Yeah. What are we at?
We are 1 hour in, so.
Wow. Holy cow.
Holy cow, man. Anything else you want to bring up?
I don't know. I mean,
because I think this is fine. I know it's not a super focused episode, but I think that's fine since we're coming off this hiatus. We're just kind of like getting back into the flow of things. We'll be maybe a bit more organized next week with news.
Yeah, we will be. No, nothing really even too much in the realm of PlayStation, at least, to even be like, oh my gosh, we needed to talk about this or anything. Software, has kind of. I mean, no big software has really been released, right?
Yeah.
Unless, other than Mass Effect Andromeda, but like that came out a little bit before
the end of March. There really hasn't been. Yeah, there hasn't been too many games this month. But like we mentioned, though, Farpoint's coming out, so hopefully by next time we record, I've played Farpoint, so I can give some impression of that. So if you do have Farpoint related questions, you can start sending those in to us.
Okay.
So yeah, Farpoint. Didn't play Prey yet. Have no opinions on Prey.
Oh, did you get Prey though?
No, I didn't get Prey. But it's one I was considering getting. But I mean, like as far as like recent games that come out, like Prey's come out, and I haven't played it. I haven't bought it.
Oh yeah, Prey. Yeah, that is a recent one, big one, I guess.
Did not have the smoothest of launches.
No, it did not. Unfortunately,
at least on PC.
And this is where Bethesda's review policy is getting a little shady.
Yeah, because it was kind of like But
they did give that little thing before launch about like, we don't your trial's like trying it out first and then doing the refund.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like okay, I guess.
Yeah, because Prey does look like a good game, and it is getting good reviews now that the newest patches are out.
Right.
But
and this is the same developer of Dishonored, right?
Yeah.
It's so odd. I mean, Dishonored 2, as good as it was for people, it didn't really make much of an impact, and now Prey's out, and it's not... it's out, and people are enjoying it, but I feel like, there's not really too much around it.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd. I don't even see many people playing on my friends list. I think I have, like, one person... One person
One people.
People.
Well, peoples is apparently a grammatical word now, and I didn't know that, and it just annoys me.
That the specific person plays Prey. But it looks interesting nonetheless. It looks cool. It's just I don't know if it's something that really jumps out where you need to like really play it.
Yeah, well, my thing is just time wise. I just don't have time for another game to put in my backlog right now.
Well, I think all my time wants to be devoted to is Kingdom Hearts because that's where I've been at.
There you go.
And Kingdom Hearts, fantastic. Buy 1.5 and 2.5 collection.
There you go. Yeah, like I said, I just didn't want to put in too many games, but like I said, I do plan on getting Farpoint though. That's mostly because I want a new VR experience. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. Alrighty, I guess like I said, we'll wrap this up. Like I said, I know this has been kind of very, like I said, not super focused. I don't know really how much news we actually covered this week in a little over an hour. But like I said, hopefully we'll keep the show more regularly scheduled and be a bit more focused on news and stuff and everything. So, yeah, with that, this has been the oh my god, I can't even talk anymore. With that, this has been the PSBS Place and Postage Podcast. I'm your host, Cody T. Piss and Body Coach here is
Andrew Rios, double is. Relax, have fun. School, hopefully for colleges around should be over and stuff. And yeah, have a good rest of the day.
Yep. Have a good week. Thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And